Hello GDQ. We're here to submit a Random Master only speedrun in Peggle Deluxe. I'm here with I'm Britcher, and this is HeliosWx and MannequinZ.
Hello.
And yeah, we can start the time, and then we'll explain
we're ready.
what this is.
We're in.
So the idea here is we're going through adventure mode, but on every level we are given a random master. So there are 10 masters, and we have a chance to get any one of them at any point. So here I started with
Like
Claude. Oh, okay.
Oh.
We both got.
Oh man, Mannequin, who'd you start with?
Bjorn.
Ah, we didn't get the triple clawed.
But yeah, so for example, this master here, Claude, is terrible for speedrunning.
Especially on this level, where like
Yeah.
he's blocked by the walls on the side. Like I'm probably never gonna use him.
But just in case you aren't, just to make sure we have an explanation of what Peggle is, although it has been shown at GDQ before, at SGDQ. The premise here is that we have to clear the 25 orange pegs on every level to advance to the next level, and there are 55 levels in Peggle Deluxe. And when you do any percent, you'd be assigned a master for 5 levels, for their 5 levels, and then you get a new master for the next 5, and so on. But when you finish adventure mode, you can actually come back and do the adventure mode again in New Game Plus, and you can choose whichever master you'd like. However, we have speedrun categories where we put self-imposed rules on ourselves, where we can only use a specific master for the whole run, or this category where you can only use a random master for the whole run, or the random master only option. So yeah.
Hi, who?
I got who on 1-2. So yeah, there's also yeah. So
I missed that pixel.
Now I'm on Spore.
yeah, I got Splock on 1-3. And all the masters are like varying in how good they are at each level. And so there's certain masters that you're really happy to see, and then other masters that you get really upset seeing, because they will slow down the speedrun or make the level really annoying to complete.
Like Cat Tut on almost any level.
Yeah. As Cat Tut will put a giant pyramid that slows down everything.
Does extend the edges of the freeball bucket though.
This is true.
I am up to 2 claws.
So right now I have Chula, and that's probably one of the best masters you want to get, because it's one of the fastest, since it just clears a ton of oranges on the screen for free, and can help you dig, like, really hard to reach ones if you leave it long enough. And also, I've run 2 Who's, and they're one of the best, because it just finds a great shot.
And I've got a good situation here, like Claude on 1-4 is 1-4 is a level literally designed to funnel balls into the middle of the level, where Claude is designed to catch them on the edges. So he's actually kind of useless here. But thankfully these levels are workable enough, and with the experience we can just kind of get through without using the power, which does waste time when you're trying to actually speedrun, but makes it a fun challenge. And there's Jimmy Lightning on 1-5. Our boy. This is a good level, because all the pegs are kind of randomly scattered around, which he's really good at just hitting with the multi-ball.
Yeah, this is, we thought this would be a good category to pitch as a race, as it's a really fun race, because, it's, this whole random aspect, so everybody has to sort of deal with whatever they're given. Peggle itself is already pretty random with how the oranges are always like in different spots on each level, although the layout stays the same. But yeah, it's,
So it's
yeah.
I wouldn't say it's as fun as a solo event, just because, I mean, you do have the element of the randomness to it, but there is something to the race aspect of it where, you know, like we've seen before, Bridge has gotten a really good power twice, and I've gotten some not so great ones at the beginning, so it's kind of fun to compare, like, oh, I had this one here, and so on. So, makes for an interesting dynamic of a race where we're playing the same game, but experiencing it very differently at the same time.
Yeah.
Got Warren for
2-1?
yeah. I got Warren in 2-1, and he gave me Pyramid. So
Ah, see, I got triple score. Oh, thank you, Ball Bucket. Oh, got it. Okay. The nice thing about Warren and NG Plus is that he'll give you any of the powers. That doesn't happen in the main game, where you have to, like, you don't get, like, Cinderbottom and Who in any percent because you haven't gotten to those masters yet. So Warren is a little bit better once you've beaten the main game. You saw that I was in a pretty tricky situation, and now we're fine.
Yeah, but
it's
still only a
quad.
1 in 4 chance that you get like another master's power with Warren though. So it's, but at least he's a little bit more useful.
We're going to be good acquaintances with Quad here on this run. It's 3 so far.
Claudin 2-3 is useless with his flippers, but he also does make the bucket go to the middle, and everything goes towards the middle, so it's kind of help in a way. Just his power doesn't do anything.
He can be passively helpful.
Yeah.
I have to break into there.
And yeah, for all the times that we get like masters like this that don't really, their power doesn't really do much, is then all down to like us to adapt and try and beat the level like with our own skill and like good shots and everything.
Who's pretty alright here? I've got my own little pixel strategy for this level that I actually just messed up anyway, so. That's the fun thing about this too, is that like the different masters will change your strategies. For like, sometimes you'll use, we have these openers in the levels where you can take the same shot every time in this game, because it's deterministic, if you aim at the same spot every time. But when you change up the masters, sometimes like masters like Tula or Who will actually interrupt those processes. And so that's the fun of RMO, is that you don't know what you're going to get until the level starts. So you have to think on the fly, okay, do I want to actually use this opener or not? Do I want to do this instead? And so on, so.
And yeah, and during
normal... it can be... Yeah. Good.
Oh yeah, because I was going to say, during normal speed runs of Peggle, like every other category, you are allowed to reset the level at any point if you feel like it's not going well, or you messed up the opener, you need to redo it. But RMO, Grandmaster Only, is the only category where you can't do that, because it would re-roll your master, and
that's just not fair to do, yeah. Because you could just roll for a good one every time.
Yeah. So it makes it quite a hard category.
Ooh. So here's a level where like Cinder's not very good, despite Cinder being one of the best powers. He's really not good on this level on 2-4.
Which one are you on?
Because
2-4, yeah.
2-4. Because everything's just really spread out, and there's not really like he's really good like going through like large chunks of bricks. So for levels like that where everything's spread out, it's not really great. Now, this is a level where Cinder would be fantastic, but I got Tula, who is all right on this level. You can't really go wrong with Tula, but there's definitely better picks for this one.
Funny enough, I use Cinder in NG Plus on 2-4, but just because I use him on the 2 levels like before and after, so it's just easy to stay as him.
Yeah, NG Plus is an entirely different meta about switching masters.
Yeah, you pick the optimal master on every level if you're doing the NG Plus run.
So it is like the antithesis to this level, to this run. Here you're stuck with what you get, but there you can pick anything you want. And then IMs are just kind of in the middle, the individual master runs.
Yeah. and me and Helios have like quite a lot of practice with individual master runs, which makes us quite good at this category.
Yeah, because like I know what to do when I see the master, even if I have to think on the fly. Oh hey, Cat Tut on 3-1. Any percent moment. So sometimes you also get levels like this where you'll get the master of that level, but as we mentioned before, Cat Tut's not, you know, he's cute, but he's not the best power in the game for speedrunning. So you can see I'm actually having a kind of difficult time with this level, just regularly, even though this is how you'd play it in the main game. There's our extended free bucket ball edges.
And also something that makes like individual master runs like easier is that you get very used to like the master that you're playing with, so you have that one power you know you'll get every time, and so you can think about every level with that power. But with this, you have a different power constantly. You have to adapt constantly to it.
Oh boy.
And like this master
I'm
slow.
not entirely sure how I'm gonna get this. So we're gonna wing it and have to reset on 3-1. Thank you, Cat Tut. So
Done.
we're redoing that level. That happens. We now have Redfield, who's actually Redfield is a much better pick on this level for what he can do. This is not really a level designed. You know, it is designed for Cat Tut, but there are better ones like Renfield here, who I'd say he's kind of like a mid-tier master. Renfield has his uses, but
Yeah, Renfield's
really
good
on this
in
one.
this game specifically because he has a mini aimbot when he falls back down. So
yeah,
you can
just
actually
like
get
with
quite good shot.
Yeah, with who's like Zen Ball power that re-aims your shot. Renfield's will have like a slight aim when he comes back on the screen to help you get some points, which is not present in Peggle Knights as far as we're aware.
Yeah, and if it is, it's very small.
Okay, and you can see how much more different, like the entire level is just gone here for me, with a good master pick.
I have
This is one
Bjorn
of my
on
favorite pixel
3-4,
shots.
and he's actually, like, he doesn't really give like a powerful power, but his power is a guide, and that's helpful for a
That's
level
not
like
great.
this, where there's so many pegs that are buried, where you can use his power to, like, aim at things that are buried underneath everything.
Yeah.
Although I might lose.
Is that my first fail in 3-2?
Yeah. I messed up my pixel on 3-2.
Yeah.
Messed up my own shot.
Tried to do the backup ones, but I ended up with Bjorn's guide, so I messed up the physics on the second shot, so I missed that.
Yeah, that's something that Bjorn's super guide is really good for re-aiming your own shots. But one of the strategies for doing these like repeated shots where you can aim at the same spot every time is tap shots. So you aim somewhere and then you tap the arrow keys to re-aim it. Bjorn's super guide actually changes how much those taps, that was a cool shot right there, affect the level or affect how far you move. And so Bjorn can actually throw off strats despite being a pretty good master. As our good bud, the Magic Hat.
So, I was going to say two things have just happened. One, that I really clutched 3-4, that was very scary. But yeah, now I'm on to 3-5, and there was a pixel shot that I wanted to do, and I messed it up. So, it would have cleared like this whole bottom part, but now that I've messed it up, can't do that, and can't reset to like try again, so now I've got to deal with this level being a bit harder than it should be.
Mm-hmm. That's what happened to me here on 3-1, is that I missed a very nice opener, and you just gotta deal with it. That's the fun of RMO. There's fun being used loosely sometimes, but
yeah.
I would say Renfield here on 3-4 is pretty good, because there's just a lot of randomly scattered things he can do. So we'll pop Merlin and see what happens.
Failed 3-2 twice, but on my third one I got Ren, and he seemed to help quite a
There
bit,
we go.
thankfully.
Yeah, Renfield seems to be pretty good at the Cat Tut levels. Now, you find some weird metas in this sometimes that you wouldn't think to... Like I said, Renfield's kind of like a mid-tier master, at least in my opinion. And so, like, using him on levels you don't normally use him on, you're like, huh, I'll give him credit there. He's kind of good here. And so, it's kind of... That's what's cool about this is sometimes you'll find some strategies you just weren't thinking of because they're not the most obvious ones. Like, Cinder, good. Every level. Which is basically the NG plus run.
I got Splork
Like
on
this is
4-1.
actually really good. Ooh, Splork
And
on
also,
4
I was gonna mention that for like people that don't know about Splork, his power, his greens like the usefulness of his power is reliant on like where the greens are placed on the level, since he does an explosion in a specific area. So, and if you're playing normally with Splork, you'd be able to reset to put the greens in a better place, but with this category, you just have to hope that the greens end up somewhere useful. But this one
Which
they
makes
were
him like,
interplacing.
yeah, normally one of the better powers, but in RMO he can be pretty bad. If you get some bad greens, you're just stuck.
Yeah.
Which means you gotta think on the fly here. And I got Who for 3-5, so I'm cooking. Here we go.
I got
Bam.
Cat for 4-2.
And one of the classic Peggle moves. Pretty good level time, but spent a long time bouncing on the fever. Let's end up losing at least like 10 seconds there. Renfield's interesting here. Like, these are levels where Renfield is not good. You know, we talk about like Peggle strategy as much as you can for a pachinko style game. Levels like these where we have these large barriers, like we got lucky here. You can see that little like re-aiming kind of kicked him into the one opening we had there. Until a level like this is open, because you have this solid wall of bricks, normally he would just like hit one of them, bounce over, and do something like this, where kind of a wasted shot. So this is a level where like Renfield's not as good, because he just can't really utilize his power here. So I'm thinking I have a whole mess here. This looks like a Cinder shot, which would be fantastic in NG+. But I gotta think, how am I gonna do all this? And the answer is opening up this slide here. Perfect. Gotta find a way to get that, so we're gonna free ball bucket this. Accidentally, in an even cooler way, grab that off the bank shot, and off the wall. On the next shot. There we go. Just according to plan. Okay, now we'll do one of the weirder pixel shots in this game, which should be really nasty if we mess it up. Nice. Okay.
Which one are you doing?
4-2. Get the slide across the top.
Yeah, I got it first try. Thanks to you, because you taught it to me.
Yeah, it's not my pixel shot, but I did find a nice, consistent way to line it up. Because, you know, if you watch GDQ last spring, summer-ish at this point, you'll see a lot of new strats compared to that. We've spent the better part of the summer, the better part of the summer doing a lot of some really crazy strats with the game. Ooh, that was a really bad hat shot there. I gotta focus. Basically just, you know, optimizing this game even further. It feels like if you take like a week off from playing the game, you come back, it's an entirely new game sometimes.
Yeah.
With how often these strats change, which you'd think is kind of weird for a game like this to have so many like strategies, but it does. That's what's cool about it. Being a player versus just watching it is that there's so much room for creativity in your shots. Oh, I got Renfield on 4-3. Like this is a not great level for him.
I got Warren on 4-4.
So far, I'm actually winning with Who having the most.
I had all those Who's at the start, and then I just stopped getting him. I also got Cinder on 4-5, which is the NG+ pick.
Oh my god, that's really good luck there.
Yeah, this is one of the
That classic
hardest levels.
Britcha luck.
Yeah, I'll get really bad luck later.
See, like once the level's open, Ren's actually pretty good. Like, I'll give him credit there. Nice shot. Yeah, often it's kind of funny when you're doing these kind of speed runs. If a shot fails due to a master, it's like, oh, it's the master's fault. But so you also got to give them credit when they do well, you know?
True.
Bjorn on 4-4 is an interesting pick.
I had Cinder and I've done terrible. I'm about to lose.
Oh no. And see, that's the fun of NG+, is that, and obviously if in that category it'd be more detail into it, but because you're trying to play the game as fast and optimal as possible, sometimes you get lost in the the sauce, if you will. And sometimes even with the better masters, you know, things can happen. That's what's kind of funny with RMO. You're on the top of your game all the time thinking about what to do. So it's a very like high focused run of you have to always be aware of what's happening, which does make it, you know, not that you aren't focused on the other Peggle runs, but you can go like a little autopilot sometimes when you're more used to playing the game with like a single master or just regular any percent.
Yeah, and I feel like I like turned my guard down because I was like, I got a good master for this level, and now I've lost the level with one of the best masters for this level. And now I've got Cat
and
instead.
let me get to get like Tut on the next roll.
Yeah, I did. But this is going way better.
See, it's fate.
Yeah.
Oh, so we got Splork here. We got a good green here and an alright green over there. So I'm gonna save this one for points. Our good friend the multiplier is gonna come in handy here.
Even if you get like a good master, you can 1, 2, 3, 1. You can still be like, you can still fail because you get like really difficult generation of the level, like where all the oranges are placed. So there's like 2 factors that can be the reason you win or lose, or it makes it harder.
Just miss that bucket. Oh, see, that's unfortunate. Okay, we're gonna go into here. Hopefully hit the green, or get a really cool shot without it. That also works. That's the beauty of Peggle, you never know what you're gonna get. Like here, like this green ended up being actually completely useless because I hit every orange without it. Let's do a funny shot here. Nice.
Also, I guess the fun thing of like doing a race of this is how everybody uses different strategies for the levels. Like, we don't all use exactly the same strategies when we open
Hello,
the level.
Jimmy Lightning, perfectly placed green in the way of my strategy. So, like, this is a good level where on 5-1, there's a really nice strategy to get these slides, but you have to hit this peg, which is Jimmy Lightning has taken that peg over, which means that when I hit it, the strat is ruined. So, we gotta do this on the fly, which actually makes this level pretty difficult without that. Okay, it is going well. Oh, okay, never mind. We got it. Peggle luck. And there's the other side of the Peggle coin, if you will. Okay. The funky angle. Oh, it's not gonna hit. So I'm gonna try to hit out this purple one up into it. Whew, that was a risky shot.
The world record holder Panaha is watching us, and he made a really good point that the RMO, the Random Master Only record, is 14 minutes behind the NG Plus world record, where the category where you can choose whichever master you want. That really shows
that is absurd.
yeah, it shows how optimized that category is and how difficult this category is.
Yeah. Also, you say hello to my boy Gerald, the fish here.
Yeah.
One of our favorite bits in the Peggle community is that a lot of the background characters, like the main characters, get their names. They, you know, in the game files and everything, right? But all the background characters, they have their place too. So, like here, this fish, the name Gerald was just assigned one day. Someone called him Gerald, and it just stuck. His level can be brutal at times. Jimmy's a good pick for him here. One of my favorite categories to run as well is, it's not so much a category, it's more of if you're playing the game and it happens, it's great, is to go Geraldless, where you respect him and try to beat the level without hitting him once to go to the other side. Well, that was wicked. All right. So shout out to Gerald for that shot right there. Who on 5-3 is really nice. I'm gonna hit him early because there's a lot going on. Let's go to this side.
Yeah, I feel like also
And-
once we've like explained like the main things, there should be like plenty of time for like where we're just like making our way through the levels for like donations and stuff.
Yeah, like the middle of the game is a good point where Claude's levels can be interesting when things go wrong. Otherwise, they are pretty run-of-the-mill. So this would be a good break for donation reading.
Yeah.
Wait for it. Oh, one off from a really cool shot.
I got Cinder on 5-5, and that's definitely not like a master
This is one of
I
my
think to
favorite
use on
levels.
this. He's doing really
So
well.
this is the pixel shot that I think VP Soup found this one, and then I found this follow-up pixel here to get this very nice, satisfying slide. It's one of my favorite strats. The ones that get those really long, just perfect slides. Cinnamon, and just look how much this level was just shredded with an actual good Master Tula here. Although I do have this really rough orange, and I probably could have shot directly to and saved like 10 seconds.
I just messed up the 6-1 slide, but I can't reset because it's RMO.
Yeah, that's brutal to mess up an RMO.
Yeah. I got the first one, and then I got the third one, like, with another shot for some reason, so that was lucky.
Yeah, Cinder, this is a level where Cinder's not great because there's not a lot for him to do. But I see like a line right here I'm gonna go for. Try to bounce him into some other things. There we go. Actually, I probably could use him up here a little bit better. But... The Cinder run's another really fun one. It's just so fast-paced. I'm usually a more, like, I'd usually play the faster-paced runs. Like, you won't find me, like, I'm within miles of the Cat Tut % speedrun. But, you know, I'll do, like, the Cinder runs, the Tula runs, NG+. It's kind of like my game.
Yeah, whereas I do a lot of
God.
the ones with the bad masters.
Yeah, because they're fun for the strategy of it, but I like to go fast.
Yeah.
Alright, Jimmy, what do you got? Give us three, give us three. Oh, but we don't need it because we had a good generation. Yeah, this is one of those strategies that actually came about. You know, as we know, Peggle was a much older game than many. It's from 2007, right? When
Yeah.
it first came out. So there's an old, I don't want to say an old YouTube community because that makes me feel old, but you know, people would post their trick shots from Peggle on like the old, like early YouTube days. And this strategy here to get all three slides was actually found from an old YouTube video where someone did that. And we're like, hey, we should try to recreate this. And turns out it actually is a fairly simple, there is a tap shot version, but it's also a very nice pixel shot version, which is where I aimed at that spot down at the bottom, timed the bucket, and almost got all three slides. But it is guaranteed to get the two. So, there's always more room to learn in this game. So it makes it fun. You know, pull up some videos from the depths of YouTube. There's probably some crazy strats out there that we still don't know about because we just haven't found them yet with how many possibilities there are. Now that was just a good run-of-the-mill throw of a shot, you know. Now, unfortunately, Claude has not been helpful here simply because he hasn't bounced over to him yet. It's like, ah, oh, got denied there again. Here we go. Actually getting to use Claude. Boom. See, Claude can be helpful, but on a lot of these levels where they're funneled to the center, it's just unfortunate. Like, that's not Claude's fault. That's just the level was not made for him. Should be fine here. Yeah. Bam. Mark 6-3s. Interesting.
I also got Squawk on 6-3, but he was quite helpful.
Yeah, this is a really good green here down here because there's a bunch of the orders around it. I'm gonna try to save this for the multiplier on the right side to be up so we get more points from that shot for
Yeah, I
a free
used the
ball.
same
This
strategy.
level can be scary. You know, this is one of my personal run killers. I don't know about anybody else, but I really struggle with this level in almost any run. Like right now, actually. Okay, we're getting there. We're cooking. Oh, see, and that's the classic. You just get rid of all the oranges you're gonna try to hit anyway. Oh, now we're in a great spot. Oh boy, please hit that orange. Thank you. Never mind, we're fine. The Peggle is an emotional roller coaster sometimes.
Yeah.
Ah. Bjorn on 6-4 is really good. This is a level where I used to be one of Bjorn's biggest haters, but I've really turned around on him.
Well, we got this. We once again got the same thing. I got Bjorn on 6-4.
You're just copying my strat. Huh? Not the Peggle RMO seed.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the other thing is with Peggle, like a lot of games, like think of like Minecraft. You have like generation seeds that'll like generate the same thing every time. As far as we are aware, like Peggle may have something like that, but we don't have any way to find or control how the random characters are actually selected. So every RMO run is unique.
Yeah, we have talked to like the dev, and I asked him about that, and he said that it is just completely random for the random master.
Yeah, it uses like the seconds of the game being up or something, which is how I believe a lot of randomness generators are done. So there is no way to redo a... Aw, Jimmy, my man. You gotta stop messing up my openers perfectly.
At least we've changed
That's
now.
the second time. Jimmy is just out for blood today. He's... Every time I have a really nice opener, so like the opener here is supposed to go into here and get this entire slide. I now can't do that because Jimmy messed up the pixel for that. So...
Yeah, that's why I find
This
the Jimmy
level
percent,
can be
like
tricky.
the Jimmy only run, to be one of the most frustrating. How much he messes up.
Yeah, Jimmy can be very powerful. He can do really cool things, but kind of like Splork, you have to have the nice generation for it, and he will almost guaranteed mess up your openers. So, kind of hit or miss. But he's a really good skateboarder, so we give him that. He's a skater boy.
It's true. He's very tubular.
Yeah. He's Peggle's cheerleader, right? He shows up in every level to support you when you do a really good shot. So he's the motivational support, even if he's not the best character. Okay, Renfield on 7-1's pretty good. Also, we are coming up on everyone's favorite caterpillar.
Well,
here.
you just mentioned it as I just got to it. Hi, Huey.
Perfect. Hello, Huey. Yeah. So the fun of the race, we're gonna get several hi Hueys here. If we have 4 people running this category, we're gonna say hi to Huey 4 separate times.
Oh, that'll be really funny.
This is the problem with Renfield here when you get this double green hit, is sometimes he'll take the same exact path he just took, and you've already hit all those pegs, so a little useless, but it does look kind of cool. So that was a weird shot. It just went all the way back up, and I missed this one, and then the windmill knocked it back up to get it anyway. Ah, yeah, so, Faux Passerby, who's famous in our community for finding a lot of the really funky strats, makes a good point. There is a way to kind of, like, cheat the RMO system where you can, like, see the master you're going to get before you can pick it. However, that has been banned in the category for the obvious reason of being able to pick who you're choosing, right? It goes against the spirit of the randomness. So, it's one of, like, the funny things. Hi, Huey. With Cinder. Oh. Yeah, so... There are, like, something, we are discovering more things in the game, but that's one that actually was like, okay, we're gonna, as a community, not let this one happen, because it goes against the spirit of RMO. If you're gonna pick your character, do NG+, which I recommend as the, one of the fastest NG+ runners. Okay, we're getting there. Cinder's a really good pick for this one, but this is kind of an awkward level for anybody.
I got Cinder on 7-3. But he could be quite good
7-3 is not a good pick for Cinder. Yeah.
Well, he is like the IL master for it. The one that gets it the quickest. But you need good generation.
Sometimes quickest isn't the best.
Yeah.
Alright. See you, Huey. Jimmy the Lightning. It's actually pretty not bad on this one. We're in a tie between Jimmy and Who and Warren for the most picks. Oh, I got the worst generation for that strat. That sucks. sometimes what's with a timing like this with the moving pegs, sometimes the ends of your shots will be different despite the same opener, like the beginning level starting. And I got a really bad timing where nothing happened for that shot. And on a level like 7-3 with Jimmy here, it's got fix. Interesting. Hey, so we did get us a free ball, so that's cool. Wow, that hit every blue peg in between the oranges.
That run
We're good
field
here,
there
though.
looked like it was going to be really useless, but then it actually did something.
Whoops. And there's our famous, or infamous, if you will, coin flip. Splork on the car. This level is a nice run killer, depending on who you get, and Splork is alright, I think.
Hi, Huey.
I hear.
Kind of fun. Oh, so we're all on a pretty similar pace.
Yeah. Although we're getting closer now to levels that are like more dependent on you having a good master.
Yeah, like War and Cinder's levels are quite difficult with masters that aren't super helpful, so
Yeah.
this is probably a good spot for donations, like reading, before we get into some real fun. Where the placements will wildly vary. Oh, I got Cinder on 7-5.
Nice. I got cat.
Oh wait, no, I've been counting wrong. I keep getting Cinder, but I'm marking him as Warren. Oh well. Just for fun, I was trying to keep a counter of how many times we've gotten any masters. I don't know if there's any kind of like incentive thing, or like you could do like, maybe not incentive is the word, but like some kind of fun thing you can do with who's gonna get picked the most kind of poll. That's what's really good with this kind of category, is because it's so random. There's some room for fun like polls and stuff where it's like, oh, who's gonna get, like, are we gonna see Cinder the most and whatnot, which makes these runs very entertaining for viewers. Slightly painful for runners, but that's part of the fun. That's why we speedrun, right? For other people's entertainment?
Bro. I messed up the
Alright.
strats on 8-1, so now I have to just do it myself.
This is one of my favorite pixel strats for 8-1. I use a slightly different one than Britcha.
Oh, I didn't get to see it,
Both sides
unfortunately.
However, I do have Claude, so this will be interesting.
Yeah, I got
This is another
Splork
level
with the
that,
two greens that are not in good places.
like, if you got Splork with both greens like on these rings here, it would be like extremely ideal.
Yeah. Two rings in the middle here.
Okay, I'm gonna get rid of this one to do that same slide here. Oh, actually kind of cooking here. Oh, didn't quite get that one. Good music sync there with the background. That's the fun thing with this being like some funky beats in the game, and like just the peg sounds being very satisfying. Is that sometimes you'll get like perfect lineups with the music and the beat of the pegs being hit.
I just saved the level with the power of the multiplier. So I saved a section with Splork power and then blew it up with this multiplier up. So it gave me more of a chance of getting a free ball back.
Britcha is the king of the multiplier. Popularized it.
Yeah.
It's one of those like metas that's always been there. Because Peggle was built to be a game of points, not speedrunning. As we can see by one of my favorite things, I believe this was a Grapefruit quote from one of his videos on YouTube, that the scoring system is just so absurd. It's like, oh, it's like just 10 million points, right? It's just so fun. Like, there's no, like, rhyme or there is, like, the way you get points. But sometimes just having, like, a really fun, absurd amount of points just makes a game like this really fun. And actually, we do have some point categories as well that are speedrun. Yeah, I don't really do those because I'm not...
Those were pitched by the actual, like, developer of Peggle Deluxe.
Yeah.
That's how we made contact with him.
Yeah. Was through GDQ, and he stopped into the speedrunner.com. This is the weirdest generation I've ever seen on E3. There are 3 oranges in the entire middle circle. This would be a very perfect Splork. This is a horrible level for Bjorn because Bjorn's power relies on the pegs not moving.
Yeah,
you can see,
one of the worst
super
levels
guy
for him.
just does not work. Man, this is like the ideal Splork generation for like a individual level record.
Yeah, I got Cinder and I had
And we
pretty
wasted
decent
it with
generation
Bjorn,
for him.
unfortunately. It's the pain of RMO sometimes. You can see like what would be a really good strat with a different master, and you just can't do it.
Yeah.
However, we'll be pretty safe here.
Yeah, that's the thing with this is that when you know you've got like a bad master for a level and it's not going well, you need to like slow down and play it safe. And
yeah, like you can saw, like I blasted through 8-2, but then I really slowed down for this one to like think through how I wanted to do it. And as a result, we are not quite safe yet, but we should be. There we go. Just barely squeaking out. Please something good. Warren is alright here. This is his own level. This is a really good Cinder Bottom level. These kind of levels are perfect for him. This is one of my favorite NG Plus levels because it just tears through everything in like 30 seconds, maybe? But here we'll use some pretty good pixel shots to be able to open up these dice. Bonk. Yeah, depending on where people are at right now. Like I said, the later stage of Warren here and into Cinder is gonna get could get pretty dicey. So this is another good like potential donation spot.
yeah, after the level that I'm currently on, this is when we get into the Cinder levels, and those levels are made specifically for Cinder, so it makes it hard to use
most
any
other
master.
masters are not good for that. We'll see. Maybe we'll get lucky, maybe not.
Yeah.
So like the space blast would have been perfect there from Warren, but oh my boy. I have to play this one pretty slower than I would normally.
I got Cinder on 9-1.
Oh, nice. See, sometimes the gods of RMO will shine upon you. Oh, I got Warren again. It's always kind of weird too. It's like when you're doing like those really old like Scantron tests where you like fill in the bubble, and then you keep getting like C several times in a row. I just got Warren twice in a row in his own levels, and so it's like panicking. Like, did I accidentally switch off of the random category? Like, uh-oh.
Yeah, I worry about that. Like when I got Marina like 4 times in a row.
Yeah, that was funny.
Nights.
Yeah, in one of the early days when we were looking at RMO, Britcha was doing a run in Peggle Knights of RMO, and he got Marina 4 times in a row at the end of the game. And it was it was completely random. The odds of that are, I guess, I've never been the best at statistics, but it's a 1 in 10 chance, I guess in Knights it's 1 in 11 chance, to roll any master, right? So to roll the same master twice in a row, it's a 1 in 100 chance. So to roll the same master 4 times in a row is 1 in 1,000? And so in Knights, it's a 1 in 11 times 12. So just absurd odds to do that.
Yeah, I think it was 3 in a row, and there was one that was like broken up by. Like it was like one Marina, something else, then 3 Marinas. But even then, still, it's like crazy the chances.
Yeah, I got Bjorn here, who's alright. Okay, I'm like trying to like reverse tally. Like I was clicking Warren for Cinder, so I'm trying to balance it out. But that's just a for fun counter. This is actually pretty, like my split is pretty random. Like sometimes when you're doing these runs, you'll notice like, I'm getting like a lot of Claude for some reason. But this is actually a pretty good, I've only gotten 1 Cat Tut, which is foreboding actually.
Well, in the whole run.
Yeah, I've gotten 1 Cat Tut in the entire run.
I've had multiple.
So, yeah, that's suspicious. Because you know that, we're gonna eat these words here later.
Yeah, but this level I just did is like a good level for just any master, but now the one that I'm on is very specifically made for Cinder on 9.3, where these bricks, they want you to like shoot Cinder's fireball through those bricks, but none of the other masters really have a power like that can deal with them.
Hi, Claude.
And also, the power that I have is Chula, and her greens
funny,
are currently
Baz.
inside there, so I can't reach them right now to use her power.
Oh, thank you, Claude. See, the Claude with the assist right there, actually. Pretty nice.
That's quite sure.
Yeah, because this level can be tricky, but I think this is the one Brisha just mentioned was pretty good for anybody. It was 9-2.
Yeah.
Like, this level can go bad fast, but it ended up going pretty well for me this time, actually.
Well, I
50
did really
seconds
well
with
on
Claude is
9.3.
pretty good.
And actually,
Alright, who do we got?
you can see in my
Oh!
splits, I lost on 9.3 in my PB. I also got Cinder on 9.4.
And Jimmy's gonna mess up our opener here as well. Thanks, buddy. Can always count on you for that. So yeah, this is the level where it's very much designed for Cinder or maybe Splork if you have really good generation. And I got Jimmy with some pretty bad greens. So we're gonna get to see a pretty cool strat here if we can get that far. That's a neat shot. Okay. So what's nice is that you can change shots pretty well. It's like on there, I just did all those same shots in a row, slightly altered through the practice of knowing exactly where to time the shots, to be able to always hit the wall, get in the bucket. This is the helpful like full clearing strat. So like here, I'm gonna keep doing this. And it changes slightly every time with the different angles. Hit both. Now we're clear. So you can see that level would have been impossible without doing that. So a cool safety strat that is hopefully not needed, but it's there. Oh, we got Splork on the donuts, which is pretty neat.
I got Claude on 9.5.
Oh, that's alright, actually. Yeah, this level is pretty infamous for being really good, but can also go really bad really fast, which is actually just a lot of Peggle levels. You can get into a sort of like flow state, if you will, when you're speedrunning this game, and sometimes you'll just get lost in it, and what is an easy level will suddenly become very difficult very fast. And this is one of them that I've suffered from before, losing it when I definitely shouldn't have. Like here, actually. Oh, the bucket saved it. Okay.
I got Cinder on 10.1, which has now become the new meta for this level. With his
Okay, so what I'm gonna do
wall
here is we're
fireballs.
gonna trust in the wall.
Just that.
And trust in the bucket to hopefully hit that orange just barely. Let's go. Oops. Hi, Hugh. Here's an interesting pick on this level. This is another one that's... You can do a couple people with this one, but Cinder is very nice. Actually haven't done this strat in a while because I like NG Plus is probably my main category. So like these late game strategies, I have to like recall them as I'm doing them to like, oh god, I haven't done this in a while. Because I usually, you know, just pick Cinder for everybody. That was a... I don't even need the Zen shot. Here. Alright.
I got the huge Claude on 10.2.
Ooh. Yeah, 10-2 is one of the nastiest levels in the game.
Yeah, you really want a
this
good
kind of
power on this
category.
level.
Even with a good power, that level was a, you know,
Yeah.
up for grabs. All right, who do we get? Tula, pretty good. So we're gonna do a pixel here by Mandia. to clear out this really annoying bottom part where if you don't get these, it's really rough. So actually, I'm gonna go with Tula early here. One of Tula's strats is you can either use the power early or late, depending if you want to hit as many greens as possible or many oranges as possible to start, or save it for like a safety strat. So like save it for like an orange that you can't reach. So on this level, if you get Tula, you can usually save a green if you miss an orange down here. But because that opener worked, I didn't have one down there, didn't have to worry about it, so I could change my strategy and just use Tula at the beginning to clear it as fast as possible. So it's one of those like cool things that there's multiple ways to beat these levels that also changes depending on who you get and how the level goes. So like within one master, there's multiple routes sometimes. It just comes from the experience of knowing what to do and so on. What is GDQ, my good friend? It is games done quick. I got Renfield on 10-2. Oh boy, does somebody else want to explain what GDQ is? Uh-oh.
It's what games are done quick.
That is true.
Speedrunning marathon for charity.
Yeah. And I forget which charity AGDQ is. It's
I want to say it's Prevent Cancer Foundation, if I remember.
Yeah, and the other is Doctors Without Borders, right? They switch between the two. One's winter and one is summer. Oh.
One is awesome and one is summer.
Yeah. That is true. Summer is not the awesome season. As I sit here in the 100-degree weather speedrunning Peggle. Can't wait. Who's ready for Pittsburgh in winter, though?
What is it like there?
Oh boy. Cold, icy, snowy. It's also built into a mountain, so fun.
Oh no.
Don't recommend driving in the city or around it.
I just lost 10-3 by I missed the final peg.
Oh. Yeah, 10-3 can be
I had
pretty
Cinder,
nasty.
so that wasn't really helpful.
Yeah, 10-3 is bad with Cinder. Okay, I'm gonna go for this slide and hit both oranges. Oh, we're clear-ish. There we go. Okay. Very slow. But, so you can see here on my splits, actually, I'm like 30 seconds behind. But I have a 1:30 time there. So I probably just had a really good master on that first run, where Renfield is not good for speed on that.
Yeah.
However, we're coming up, so on this
pick,
run.
though. So,
Yeah.
the actual,
I haven't
like,
run this in a while, so this is actually an older time for me. So I have a 107, but I'm probably hopefully gonna do a little bit better than that. The problem is the master levels. The master levels have a very like specific routing to be able to really just destroy them that I've worked on a lot because I was tired of losing them. And so when you don't have that, it's pretty rough. So it'll be interesting. Oh, that's a really good shot there for that orange. All right, we're clear for 10-3.
Nice job.
So much so that I'll try a bucket shot. Show off a little bit. We almost had it. One more. See, because like that orange is you can't hit it nicely. Hello? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Alright. So we're back to Claude. See, what I could have done is I could have tried to bank it off of those pegs there to get it, because that orange is inaccessible where it was. So I was trying for the bucket shot there to hopefully, you know, full risk the coin flip being in your favor. Whereas if you try to hit it off of a peg, you might have a higher chance of hitting it, but if you don't, you lose the shot. So, wow, Claude is not being helpful here. Okay. We might do a tactical throw, actually, to get through this. There we go. And I have that same orange once again. I am not getting any help on 10-3.
I'm on 10-4 cat, and I have one peg left,
Ooh.
but
There we
I'm not
go.
sure if I can get it.
Now we can do this, hopefully. I hit at least one more orange on the way down. Alright. Cool. Alright, you want to give me someone good this time? Or I'll take it. This is the beauty of RMO, is like I said, a level like 10-3, which isn't too bad, can sometimes like you know, if I had Bjorn, I could have made that last shot. If I had Tula, I would have been done with the level by now. You know.
Welcome to Zenfrog.
Zenfrog, the great decider.
Yeah. This is what can kill most RMO runs, because...
It can kill any run.
Yeah,
but RMO is particularly bad.
Yeah. I got Jimmy, and the 2 greens are like pretty low down, so that's not helpful.
Oh, yeah, see, Jimmy could be good if the greens are high.
Yeah.
Okay, and again, I have the same orange. It's just out to get me. So what I'm gonna do now is I have 6 balls this time. So there we go. That is the shot I should have done the first time. You know, it's just sometimes you're not super confident. I'm actually definitely gonna make this shot. Ooh, like this peg's a bit of a stinker. Oh, okay. There we go. All right, who do we got? Brent, dude, I am not getting some great picks here at the end. That's a satisfying score. 1-4-0-4-0-1-1-0.
Oh my god, I got saved. I got a really lucky
I missed
shot.
that opener. I was
That's
down 1.
Welcome to the master levels.
Oh my god, you're through Zenfrog?
Yeah, I got a really lucky like shot. I was down to 3 balls, no, 2 balls and then like 3 or 4 pegs, but I got like a really lucky shot.
Things are looking great for Britcher here.
Yeah, although, yeah, here's the master levels, and normally in any percent, you'd be able to pick whichever master you want here, since these are the hardest levels in the game. But here we have to deal with whatever it gives us. I got Bjorn on the first level, but because it has such strong openers on this level, you don't really need to worry about master too much. Because the openers
So
for this
we're
level are
basically
so
just
strong.
hoping for some luck here. And that wasn't it. Alright, there we go. Just trusting the game. Hello, Warren on Zenfrog. Should be interesting. Because Warren can give you a good power, so we have a good chance to roll something helpful, but we have an equally good chance to roll something like... Wait for it. I set up this bit a little bit too early.
So I got Warren on level 2.
Jimmy!
Oh, nice.
Who just completely threw one of the shots. Oh boy, thanks bud. And the second one as well, cool. There's a lot of picks to hit here, and it somehow found both of the vertical shots down without hitting much. So that's not helpful.
Well, I was going to say, I got Warren on 11-2, and he could actually be helpful if he gives his magic cat power, but he did not do that. So, now it's not looking very good.
Oh, okay, do I get to triple the score here, which is pretty good for free balls. Okay, we're in a better spot, but there's still way too many oranges to be comfortable. So we need a couple chains here. All right, I like it. I'm gonna free ball this one. I'm gonna not free ball that one. I'm not gonna free ball that one either. There we go. Okay. Now this is a bit of a wild shot that I almost missed. Okay, but we're good. We are into the Masters with Cinder. Let's go. This is the actual pick for this level, so we get to showcase shredding it here a bit.
I just saved my 11-2 because I practiced full clearing that level so many times. I was able to just slowly beat it.
Yeah. So we actually just threw the Cinder shot there because I wanted to keep these openers. As Britcher mentioned, these are really good openers.
Yeah.
So as you'll see on my side now, I wanted to keep that. Now I'll hit Cinder. And now we'll finish off this really nice line right here. Although hitting it early is not good. Usually in like any percent or NG+, I would reset to not have Cinder that first shot. Because you can see that we're in a little bit of a rough spot. Because that last one down there is not easy to get.
Oh, nice. I got Renfield on 11-3, but he did a very good shot that actually got me multiple free balls.
No, don't do this to me, man. All right, so now we get to do it with Tula, which isn't bad. Oh, see, this is why, like, even with a good master, like, Cinder is the pick for this NG+, because you can beat this level in, like, 30, 40 seconds. I actually have an unrecorded record of, like, 25 seconds on this level that I wasn't recording for in practice. So, like, he can destroy this level.
Yeah, it's
Unfortunately,
like
I had to waste one of the shots because RMO moment.
Yeah.
So, ended up losing with that.
Yeah, and I lost 4-5 with Cinder, where he's the optimal pick there as well, so even with optimal picks, you can struggle.
That's a neat slide. I'm gonna hit one more orange, and then this one's buried, so Tula comes in clutch. The final green hit. Alright. Bjorn is perfect for this level for me, because I have a set of some pretty bizarre openers that completely clear the right side of the map. Now, half of these strats existed by Brassbeat, finding these pixels, and then I got tired of losing this level so much that I actually found those extra ones that just completely decimate that side of the map. And I actually do that in NG+. It's a series of... Ooh. I'll take that.
I'm about to go to the Helix. Here we go.
That was a good.
I got cats.
How are you on the Helix? Oh my god, I got Cat 11-3. Thanks for the jinx.
So this unfortunately. Oh my god, I got the one shot! Yay!
Oh my god.
I'm free. So yeah, this level is not good with half of the masters. You know, and yeah, this is one of the masters that is not very helpful. Although can have a try, can give you some help with a strat that we made, but still not guaranteed. But yeah, I got the one-shot strat, which just destroys the level in one shot, but it is pixel and frame perfect.
Richard
And it
is the
says
god.
lol.
Yeah.
And I win. Yeehaw.
GG.
GG.
Oh, that was a bad aim. But what was planned?
Thank you.
Oh god.
And yeah, there's an RMO run, but I'll also wait for Helios and Mannequin to finish.
Yeah, I'm on 11.
But that could have gone.
Actually
That could have gone
good with
really
time.
bad.
Yeah, that was some Britcher luck right there. The classic.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm either like super lucky or super unlucky.
Speaking of unlucky, I'm just getting... There we go. A clean but very slow 11-3. Thank you, Cat Tut, for that. Cat Tut, my friend, is back for 11-4. I told you, I said earlier that it was coming. I had this. Now, these are some additional openers that I found because I was also tired of losing this level to bad masters up here in these spots. So the beauty of Cat Tut is that he actually doesn't really ruin openers. He ruins the bucket timings for those openers, but you still get to do the entire set of openers, which will make quick work of 11-4 here.
I'll try and open Helios' stream so I can commentate as well.
Just about to leave 11-2.
Oh, nice. I see we're still pretty close this whole run then. Helios almost full clearing.
How's that?
Oh, you did full clear. Nice, there you go.
Alright. Okay, so I'm going to try to get this one shot with a slightly different strategy. Pause buffering to not get it first try, and I can't reset, unlike with any percent, making this far more difficult of level than it usually is in any other run.
Yeah, and this is why I was like so lucky that I managed to get the one shot in my first try. Because
And
you
Jimmy
don't.
with these quite horrible green placements is not helpful.
Yeah,
So
this is
I'm gonna try
technically
to
still
brute
doable.
force it.
Yeah,
That's a not ideal bounce, but now it is. Okay, nice.
this is more of what you would see from RMO when you
Yeah,
get to
this is the
this
most
level.
likely outcome of the race. Yeah.
Yeah, where you mess up the
However,
opener and then you just have to deal with it.
yeah.
What are you gonna say?
Oh, almost got a nice extra bounce there. Oh. There we go. Oh, what? It got pushed out. That's rude.
But also,
All the way
yeah,
down.
also,
Straight through.
I was gonna say though is that wow, but yeah, what I was gonna say is like also healers could technically just like
Okay.
just
That's exactly what I'm about to do.
death
This ain't gonna
percent,
work,
which
so I'm gonna
is
call it, and then go
yeah.
again with who?
Oh, nice. But yeah, so you could just like shoot all the pegs, all the balls down into the abyss, and just lose the level intentionally, so you can re-roll your master. But Helios does have like a good master this level with one of the strats that we have. Since hitting the green will he will hopefully get it. I'm a bit delayed, so I don't.
As long as it doesn't hit the bottom. Okay, we're good. Because who's gonna want to go for those points? So you get a lot of points if you get into the Helix.
Who?
Oh man, it was
Oh
right
no.
there.
So that's the issue.
We
Who
could,
could
yeah.
do it, but
Yeah.
who also? Yeah, I like Ross's idea.
Oh, that was just a bad shot. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, $5 for every reset.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Even more incentive to make it a 4-player race.
Yeah.
Oh. Really? I haven't done a brute force Helix in so long. Well, I've almost kicked it up twice now. Okay, see, this is what I wanted to happen in the last attempt. And I'm actually probably not going to PB because of the Helix and the other loss.
Yeah, I've run this category
gonna
many
try to do-
times and lost many PVs to this level.
Now, see, what I wanted who to do was to go down here where the purple was, but he actually, in a rare moment of not being himself, didn't go for the purple and threw the shot that I lined up for him. So, Who and I have a very tenuous relationship. He is one of the best masters in the game, but for some reason... Oh, let's go. I get to show off the true Helix strat.
Oh, I just
So, yeah.
got into Helix and I might get it in. I'll see.
Trying to
did you get
save
on
this
the
green by
Helix?
going for this
Okay,
one, and
I
I'm
got
not. That is a
Oh, wait,
not
no, I
great
didn't.
green spot for it though.
Yeah, who Helios has right now is pretty much the best master for doing this. The quickest and...
Because of the shot that I just messed up. That sucks, man. I was thrown off a bit by having to I'm down to 3 balls left with this. Because you usually have the bottom to like use as a guide, and that got destroyed before I could use it as a guide. So I kind of have to wing it. And fortunately not get a lot. Oh, that sucks. But yeah, Cinder is the strat because with a perfectly timed bucket bounce, you can get the fireball up and down the side of the Helix, which when you do it twice will clear the entire thing, almost. Aside from like a few stray ones that you might still have to get. And now we just get lucky? Oh boy.
Oh.
I don't know if I have a window for that. There's like a very slight window.
Yeah.
However, we can also do something incredibly funny. Do we go for it? Let's do it. No! Oh! That's really annoying. Jimmy Lightning, my man. I did not see. That was just a rare moment of me not paying. I was trying to set up the really cool, the bucket kick up into it, and then I just missed the fact that there was a... This is the Helix for you.
Yeah, this is the thing, like... Helios, when did you get here? You got here about like 103 or 4, and then
Yeah.
now you've already spent like 4 or 5 minutes on this level because of just getting rough masters or rough things happening on the level. It's a very
This probably is. I'm
difficult
gonna
level.
run this, but it's probably not gonna work. It's gonna fall back out. All right. So we're gonna tactical throw. And get who again? All right, we're just deja vu, I guess. Oh, that's really annoying. Who was on the one-shot strat? So if I mess it up, I have to use who?
Well, I mean, yeah, you should probably not do it.
Yeah. Well, it would probably hit up there anyway, with no matter what strat I used. So, let's see what he can do with that small gap. Go for the purple, maybe. Oh, my guy. All right.
I just got mine to the Helix. I think I'm gonna finish in a sec.
Who did you get on the Helix, Mannequin?
It was my third attempt, and I got Jimmy.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I just got no help. I got horrible greens for Jimmy. Like, if Jimmy's greens are in the Helix, it's perfect, because you can just hit one, and then, like, one will fall down to the next row and help clear things. But I just did not get that luck, either.
And
Okay, this could be interesting if who actually does his job. There we go. Okay, finally. This will be a nice clear. We're just going to ride it up and hit the last one. Boom. Oh, I'm
Nice.
free.
And yeah, but also the fact that Mannequin
shy
was
of a
like
111.
behind a few levels, and now Mannequin has come ahead of Helios because of that Helix.
Yeah,
That's
I
how.
spent
That's what can happen in RMO.
7 minutes on the Helix when I'm the world record holder on it. With
Yeah.
Spork.
That's RMO.
That's
Random
the
master
game.
only.
That's the fun. That's what makes it a good race. Is that literally, like I said, I was ahead. Mannequin caught up, and almost. Did you beat me? I forget.
Yeah, by 19 seconds.
No, nice. GG's. Yeah, look at this
GG.
graph here. We wouldn't have this at GDQ to show it, but man, look at that slow decline, and then just bam, the end game destroyed it. But yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
There's random master only. So
Yeah, and that's
Get
good.
that
Yeah, because
banger
I was gonna
credits
say,
music.
our like sort of estimate time would probably be like 1:10ish, kind of that area, and we managed to stay within that, like around that.
yeah, well, we were thinking like 115, 120, but we're going to do some internal
we're good
discussion
enough.
about.
Yeah, we're probably
Yeah.
good enough to not have to do 120. 115 is like probably worst
115 is
case.
probably going to be it. Yeah.
Yeah. And also, especially if we do like that idea of $5 per reset, which would be funny.
Yeah, we're gonna be incentivize ourselves. However, donating is good.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
So yeah. Hope that you will get picked. Like I said, we're gonna have 5 people as like potential runners, 4 being the runners and 1 backup. But
Yeah.
this would be good for either ideally a 4-player race. Again, just with how varied it is, it could be some really good like moments where we have a lot of things happening. But we're a good 2 or 4-player race. So
Yeah.
that's our plan.
Yeah.
Hope to be there.
Yeah.